Welcome back to DAGryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave. Today I went to the Hamburg train show. I've been to the show a bunch of times, but I will continue to go because it's a good one. And I just really enjoy going. There's usually a very good selection of older trains, and that's right up my alley. I can almost always find something Marx, something post-war Lionel, and then newer stuff at really good prices. So it's a great show. If you're able to go to the Hamburg train show, check it out. I got to the show a little later than I wanted to, but I still had plenty of time to see everything. It's one big room, so usually what I do is I come in and then I walk around the perimeter and check out any of the tables on the outside wall. And then I go back through all of the lanes and take a bunch of pictures and try to remember where I see the things that I want to consider buying. I say I have about a 50% success rate with remembering where things are. There was a Marx engine I wanted to go back and look at, and I couldn't remember where it was. So that's a little disappointing because I've been messing with the Marx stuff recently, and I need another motor for one of my tin plate shells. But that's okay. I can always pick one up at another show. Since I've been kind of focused on Marx the last couple days, this caught my eye pretty quickly. I think these are older with the red bottom, but I could be wrong. It should be a variation. But this was a really nice condition passenger car. So I figured I needed that. So I got this for $5 and this for free. At first I thought this was faded. The dark blue around the edge is still dark blue and the red is still red. So maybe it's just a variation. Unfortunately, it has the plastic wheels, but I have some more metal wheels that I can swap out on this one. But these are both in fantastic shape. So these two for $5, fantastic, fantastic deal. This next piece, I believe, is Marx. A lot of the tenders I have for my Marx stuff is New York Central. Then I found this Pensy tender. I don't know if it's original. I mean, it looks pretty good. Is it new? Is it old? I really don't know. I thought it was odd that the front was open on this. Either way, I'm going to run it with the Marx stuff, even if it's a knockoff or something, because I like it. Now, you probably know that I like the Baby Ruth cars. There are a couple of variations of that car. The most common one is the 2454. Now, there's also a 6454 that was released in like one set, and that's really hard to get. Essentially, it's the same exact car, except instead of 2454, it's 6454. If I come across one for a decent price, I might pick it up. You never know. But for the most part, I don't really need to search one out. There's another variation, the 4454, and that's from the electronic set. And those are usually decently expensive, 50, 60, 100, if you even see them. So for $10, I picked up this rusted, mangled frame with one set of trucks, and this electronic doohickey, which is maybe what makes the whole electronic set work. Don't care about either of these pieces. I'll probably put them in one of my project bins and never do anything with them. But what I liked was the shell. It's a 4454. It doesn't have the electronic set symbol on here. It should have like a round sticker there that identifies the color that goes with the control to make the car work. So it's a little strange that those are missing. I don't know if they're stickers and they peel off or if it's printed on the car like everything else, but it's not there. It's missing the wheel, but both doors are there. And it's in decent enough condition that I can take a frame from one of my more beat up 2454s and make a 4454. So for $10, I thought that was neat. I almost bought a 2454 for $10 as well, but at this point I was still trying to convince myself that I was leaving the show without spending too much money. So what is it? Is it 10, 20, 25. So that's 25 there. The Baby Ruth, the Pensy Tender, and those 2 Marks cars. And if I was successful, I would have been pretty happy with that. But you know how it is. People bring stuff in, they don't want to take it home, and they're willing to make deals. So sometimes you just have to buy more stuff. Really, it's a service. I'm helping people out by bringing this stuff back to my house so they don't have to bring it home. That's what I'm going to tell myself. One of the vendors had a decent stack of Weaver cars. He had them marked $30. I don't like to spend $30 on a Weaver car. I like to get them for $20 because most of the time I can do that. He had them marked at $30 each or 4 for $100. And that's better, but I looked at a couple and then walked away, came back on my way out the door, and was able to get 5 for $100. So $20 a car. That's my sweet spot. That makes me happy. The car that grabbed my attention was this Pensy boxcar. That's just an awesome looking car. It says it's an express boxcar. It looks just like the rest of the Weaver boxcars. But it's nice. It didn't look warped or damaged, and I've had some bad luck with these that have the plastic bottom, but it looks like it's in perfect condition. I just thought it was a really good looking car. And when I saw it, I was wondering how it would look with this. The color's a little different. The boxcar is taller. Not by much, but I get a little OCD when I run something like a passenger train, and I want all the cars to be the same height. I don't like variation. Doesn't matter if it's prototypical or not. I just like it to be sleek, even if it's not, streamlined cars. I just like everything to be kind of smooth down the top. I just think that's a really good looking car. So kind of had to have it. Whether I end up running it as just a regular box car or with a passenger train doesn't really matter. I just think it's a neat car. So I said I got 5 cars. What about the other 4? Let's take a look. The box car I had opened up to take a look at. I always ask before I open something up, even if it's a $20 car. If it's in a box, I ask because you never know. The trains don't belong to you, they belong to the person who's selling them. So before I go and open one, I always say, hey, do you mind if I open this? I had opened up the Pensy boxcar, and it looked really, really nice. So I figured the rest are probably cool too. This has a free issue of Classic Toy Trains mail-in card. Think this is still good? Should I mail it in and see what happens? So according to the box, because I don't know anything, the box says this is a 2-bay composite hopper. Maybe that means wood-sided, metal bottom, something like that. But it's a Pensy 2-bay hopper. Ultraline with the colored trucks. Almost all of my hoppers are black, and I do like a nice long cold drag of all black hoppers, but sometimes some color is cool. Okay, that's one car. What about the others? Hold your horses. I've had a long day. I'm very tired. After the Hamburg train show, I went out to Harry Henning's for the Run for Fun event. So I've had a busy day. The next car, it's another one. But individually numbered. This is 220-861. The other one is 853. I was going to buy 1 or 2 of these hoppers, but he had 4, and they're individually numbered. And that sort of thing really doesn't matter to me much, but looking at them, seeing how nice condition they were in, and that they were individually numbered, it just kind of twisted my arm. I was like, when am I going to find 4 matching Pensy hoppers for $20 each? Each have an individual number. I just couldn't pass it up. There was actually, I kind of heard Nick in my head say, you have to buy that. And I didn't want to disappoint him. Yeah, do what you got to do. So I got 4 of these Pensy 2-bay hoppers. So like I said, I would have been happy with my $25 purchase of the Baby Ruth car and the 3 Marks pieces, but I couldn't pass this up. I I'm not that strong. Getting a little squeak out of those wheels, so I'm going to oil those up, and then we'll take a look at them running around the layout. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on DAGryffyn Hobby.